Hey, what is up guys, it's Lobomon for Game and we got an exciting matchup between Christmas Hybrid versus post-banless Eyesmon. They just finished a die roll and it looks like Joe's gonna go ahead and start first. He's gonna hatch in his raising and it looks like he already whiffed the rookie, which is pretty unfortunate because he needs to start cycling with the Eyesmons. But what he's gonna actually do is he's gonna go ahead and pass turn, putting Joanne back to 3. Now Joanne is the pilot for the Christmas Hybrid build, and it's pretty cool because I haven't got to see this matchup just yet in person. She's gonna Digivolve in her raising with the new Flamon that came out from Next Adventure. Then she's gonna go ahead and drop down the Tamer, which is gonna be the JP, putting herself to 0. Then by passing turn by playing the Ken, putting Joe back to 4. Now Joe's gonna go ahead and drop for turn, and it looks like he's still with the rookie, so he's gonna go ahead and drop down the 6 cost blocker, putting Joanne back to 3. Joanne's gonna go ahead and keep her Flamon in the raising. Then debating if she wants to go ahead and Digivolve onto one of the Tamers or maybe drop another Tamer down to set up board. But it looks like she's about to play the Pokemon that she has in her hand, putting herself to 0, going to top 5 check. Does reveal the Metal Capiteriamon, the Mimi, JP, Emperor, and the Ancient Beetlemon as well. And it looks like her mind is set on the Ancient Beetlemon and she did pick up the JP along with it, so she's going to be able to add both of those. Now she's still at 0, looking like she can drop another Tamer down, or she can actually go into a hybrid since she has Pokemon. Pokemon will be able to refund 2 memory. And so she does Digivolve over to JP, gonna go ahead and go into the Beetlemon. Gonna put herself back to 1 actually since it's only for 1 cost and Pokemon refunds 2 memory back. Then she'll be able to activate the when Digivolving effect to reveal the top 5. She does reveal the hybrid and the JP, guaranteed JP will be added, and what's cool is that she's going to be able to add the Flamon since it's adding a hybrid in its traits instead of a color. Then she's going to go ahead and go into the Rhino Cabuterimon, putting herself to 0, going to be able to activate the when attacking effect, and then she's going to go and swing into security. Unfortunately, it won't be the blocker, which is fine. Blocker wouldn't matter in this case because it will have piercing due to JP. Digivolves into the Ancient Beetlemon, gonna go ahead and swing for 1 check and it does survive. Now Joe's gonna go ahead and start off with 3 memory again. And it looks like he whiffed the rookie, so he's gonna go ahead and pass turn by dropping the Ogremon, and it's not looking too good for him right now. So Joanne's gonna go ahead and promote the Flamon out, looking like she actually has a game this turn. She may be able to go ahead and have game depending what she has in hand, or if she has the option cards to go ahead and start swinging for multiple checks. But it looks like she's gonna go ahead and swing with the Flamon first. Now Joe is deciding if he wanted to block here or not, but he's gonna let it go through. It will die to a Goblimon that's 2k from security. Then it looks like she's gonna go ahead and prep up for another Tamer drop, so she's gonna go ahead and put the JP down, putting herself to 0. Then she's gonna go ahead and swing with the Ancient Beetlemon to security, and it would be useless to block this one, so he's gonna let it go through. And it looks like he hits into the Underworld's Call, gonna be able to bring out the Goblimon from his trash. And then she's gonna end turn by dropping another JP on the board, putting Joe back to 3. So Joe's gonna go and start off with 3 memory this turn. And now Joe's board is starting to build up, but let's see if he's able to go ahead and start Digivolving to start cycling his trash. Because right now his trash is not looking that great. He needs to be able to start Digivolving into the scatter mode so he can go ahead and bring out some Eyesmons. But he's gonna swing with the Ogremon to security, being able to trash Underworld's Call. Underworld's Call is going to go ahead and trigger to draw 1. Then Ogremon's going to swing for 2. It does survive until the second check, so it did its job. Gobblemon's going to go ahead and Digivolve over with another Ogremon. Then he's going to go ahead and play the Darkness Claw, which is going to go ahead and give Ogremon plus 3k power, so it's actually going to be good if he's going to do security check. He does Digivolve into the Gobblemon in his raising. He finally got the rookie there. Then he's going to go ahead and swing with the Ogremon, going to ditch a card, and maybe he can trigger a draw 1 again. No, he discards another option card. However, he does swing into a 15k Susanomon, so that's actually pretty unfortunate because that 3k buff would have been helpful if it were other Digimon. So unfortunately, Ogremon won't gain that second check. And then he's going to go ahead and start triggering to draw a discard. Then he still has the blocker on the board, so I'm not too sure what he can do from here. He has 0 memory to work with, technically. But he's going to go ahead and play the Fly Bullet, putting Joanne back to 7, which is pretty nuts. Of course, he's going to go ahead and take down that Ancient Beetlemon, and Joanne's just checking if there's any triggers on deletion, which I believe there is. She's able to play a hybrid from her hand at least, which is a level 4. Yep, and she drops the Arbomon. And now she's going to go ahead and start off with a whole ton of memory. At this point, she just has to Digivolve over the Tamers to go ahead and start swinging in for game. She's going to go ahead and hatch in a raising and Digivolve into the Flamon so she can start cycling. And she's going to go ahead and attempt to swing with the Arbomon first. And I don't think it really matters if Joe blocks this one. Maybe it'll matter if he blocks the Pokemon. So we'll see what happens. He does let it go through security. It will die. Then Pokemon's going to go ahead and attempt to swing, and he's possibly going to block with D-Blocker. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and block. So Pokemon's not going to be able to issue any memory back to Joanne. However, she has 7 to work with. As long as she has the hybrids in hand, she's able to go in for game. But looks like she's thinking how she wants to play it out. Maybe she only has 1 hybrid in hand right now. She does go into the Metal Kabuterimon. Then we'll go into a Rhino Kabuterimon to start cycling. And then she's going to be able to swing into the blocker to do piercing as well, since JP's underneath. She didn't get to draw, so she's going to draw for the Digivolve. And he's going to activate the mat that came out from security. However, she has another hybrid in her hand from the looks of it. I guess Joe's just deciding what he can add. But yeah, she goes into another hybrid for game 1. So now we're going into game 2. And I believe Joe's going to let Joanne go first. She's going to hatch in her raising. Not looking like she has the rookie at the moment. Oh no, I take that back. She does. She Digivolves into the BT07 Flamon. Then she's going to go ahead and drop a Tamer down on the board. It looks like that's a JP. I could be wrong. Debating what Tamer she wants to play. No, she drops the Ken actually, so she won't be memory choked from here on out. Joe's going to start off with 4 memory. He's going to hatch in his raising. And wow, look at that full art egg Digivolved over with a common rookie. Oops, I guess he just dropped that level 4, guys. I don't know what that was. But anyway, he's going to go ahead and drop down the rookie, which is the Gabumon on the board, putting himself to 1. Then Digivolve it over with the Ginkakumon, putting Joanne to 1, but it doesn't matter because Ken will reset her back to 3. Then she's going to go ahead and promote the Flamon from raising and start swinging in, so she's going for that early rush. And it will die from a Gabumon that's 2k from security. Then from here, it looks like she's ready to drop another Tamer down, which will be the JP, putting herself to 0. And it looks like that her hand is not looking that great, so she's going to go ahead and pass turn, putting Joe back to 3. Now Joe has a little bit more of a tempo on his favor, so he's going to start swinging with the Ginkakumon. And it will die from an Ancient Beetlemon from security. Then I believe he's going to go ahead and activate the trigger effects to go ahead and draw 2 and discard 1. He's going to go ahead and discard the Darkness Claw and then drop the cost 6 blocker again, putting Joanne back to 3. And it looks like she missed her breeding phase, so unfortunately she won't have a hatched egg in her raising for this turn. She will Digivolve over into the JP with the Beetlemon. Gonna go ahead and top 5 check. And she does hit the hybrid, which is the Rhino Kabuterimon, but unfortunately she's not going to be able to add the Tamer because I believe it only adds a JP specifically. Then she's going to go ahead and Digivolve over with the Metal Kabuterimon, putting herself to 1. Then she's going to go ahead and Digivolve again into the Rhino Beetlemon, Digivolving only for 1 as well. Now with the blocker being suspended by the Metal Kabuterimon, she's able to go ahead and swing into the blocker itself to do piercing and also do the when attacking. Gonna Digivolve over with the Ancient Beetlemon. Now it's gonna go ahead and do the trash effect and then pierce. Does hit into a Demonic Blaster. We're gonna be able to add the Gabumon. I'm sorry, not add, but be played on the board. And now it's Joe's turn again, but unfortunately he's gonna only start off with 2. He doesn't have enough memory to work with at the moment, but he is able to go ahead and Digivolve over with the Gabumon or the Goblimon. But he's going to leave the Goblimon in raising, which is pretty interesting. He swung with the Gabumon and actually hits into the Takuya Tamer, so that's going to go ahead and live. And then he's going to just drop the Fly Bullet to delete the Ancient Beetlemon, putting Joanne all the way back to 5 memory. And she will drop the Arbomon since it's a level 4 hybrid. Now it's her turn. She's going to go and hatch in her raising. I think she has the Flamemon in hand. No, she actually has a Gaussmon in hand, and that's a pretty interesting tech because that's the only defensive Digimon card for red. Now she's going to go ahead and drop the Pokemon, putting herself to 2, revealing the top 5, does reveal the Emperor and a hybrid. Will only add the hybrid unfortunately because there are no other Tamers revealed. So the other 4 cards will go ahead and be bottom deck, and unfortunately 2 of them are the Emperor Greymon, so I'm not too sure if she's able to go into that type of play at the moment or for the rest of the game. But she's gonna go ahead and start swinging with the Arbomon. Does die from security because it is only 5k. She still has the Pokemon. She's able to Digivolve over to Ken, but it looks like she's gonna drop a JP. Gonna put Joe back to 1. And now Joe doesn't have much memory to work with again. Then Joe's gonna go ahead and finally promote the Gabumon up to the battle area. Now I'm not too sure what type of play he can do here. He could go into a blocker, but that may not be enough because Joe only has 1 security left in his stack. Gabumon's gonna go ahead and swing into security. It does hit into an option card, and I believe that one does add to hand. Then Gabumon's gonna go ahead and swing into security, and I believe, yep, it does survive. It does hit into a JP. Now Joanne has game next turn just because there's all of those Tamers on the board plus the Gaussmon in the raising. So I'm not too sure what Joe can do from here. Then he decides to play the Demonic Blaster, gonna go ahead and pop his Goblimon to restand the Gabumon. Now Gabumon's gonna be able to swing 1 more time, but I'm not too sure if that's still enough for game on Joe's end. So he's gonna go ahead and be at 0, plays the Jackrape, puts himself to 1, and I guess that's fine because he still has the Gabumon on the board, so he can play the purple option cards. Then I guess he's trying to do a blocker play. No, he actually goes for the Darkness Claw. Gonna swing into security. It will survive, and I'm not too sure if there's another way for him to restand this Digimon or if he's able to go for a rush play, but he will go ahead and play Underworld's Call. Gonna bring out the blocker. Joanne's gonna start off with 4 memory, and it looks like that's gonna be game because she has so many Tamers on the board. She has the Gaussmon and the Bokomon. Gaussmon's gonna go and swing into security, and Joe's debating if he wants to go ahead and block it first, but he's gonna go ahead and let it go through actually, and does hit into a Death Claw, so it's gonna go ahead and pop the Bokomon. Then she's gonna Digivolve over to JP with the Beetlemon. Gonna go ahead and reveal the top 5, and she does reveal 2 hybrids off of that, so she's gonna be able to add it. Yep, she's gonna go ahead and pick up that Beetlemon. Gonna go ahead and bottom deck the other rest of the cards, and that should be pretty much game from here. She's gonna be able to swing into security, and of course it will be blocked. And yikes, she's gonna go ahead and actually play the Thunder Laser, gonna suspend the blocker. So she's basically adding salt to the wound because that's pretty much game. I mean, they're having a friendly locals match here, so yep, that's pretty much it guys. That's GG for Joanne's side. And just a heads up Digifams, this will be my last upload for BT7 format as we start to prep up for BT8. Stay tuned for the next vlog event. Now, onto the deck profiles. Over here on the first list, we got Joanne's Christmas Hybrid list. She does run the Emperor Greymon package along with the Susanomon, so that's really neat. And the next upload will be Joe's deck profile with the updated ban list for the Eyesmon. So yeah, thank you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And this is Lobomon for Game, signing out. Thanks guys.